Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Tahir Naeem and we are studying Introduction to Computer. So far we record 8 lecture and today is our lecture number 9 and this lecture is the continuation of our previous lecture. This is the outline of our today lecture. First of all, we will have a glance at insert ribbon menu system. Then we will discuss header and footer. Then we will discuss page numbers. Then we will discuss objects. First, let's have a look at insert ribbon menu system. Insert tab is the second tab in the ribbon. It is used to insert or add extra feature in your document as the name suggests. It is commonly used to add tables, picture, clip art, shape, page and number. The insert tab is a group of related command, pages, tables, illustration, adds in, media, links, comments, header and footer, and text and symbol. So basically, insert ribbon is basically whenever we want to add anything, any speciality or any special effect, special things into our document, then we go to insert menu. There are a lot of groups in the insert menu like table, pictures, clip art. So here are the different commands available to a different groups available to us. Pages, tables, illustration, adds in, media, links, comments, header and footer, text and symbols. So here is you can see that in the previous lecture we have covered the pages group in which consists of cover page, blank page and page break. While in table command it contains the tables whenever we want to insert table into our document. While we have also discussed illustration in our previous lectures in which we have discussed how to insert picture or align pictures or shapes or smart art, charts, screenshots. While in the previous while we have also discussed how we can insert hyperlink or bookmark or cross reference, and we have also discussed comments in our previous lecture. Today we will discuss header, footer, page number and objects. We will discuss header and footer. The header is a section of the document that appears in the top margin. The footer section is the section of the document that appears in the bottom margin. So basically, if we assume that this is the page of MS Word, so basically the header will consist of here, like here I have inserted topic MS Word basic 9. This will be considered as header, while footer, here I have inserted course introduction to computer series 101, instructor Tahir Naeem, lecturer, Institute of Computing, cust and email address. So this will constitute the footer of the MS Word page. Headers and footers are generally contain additional information such as page numbers, dates, author's name, footnotes, which can help keep longer documents organized and make them easier to read. So basically, why we need header and footer? Basically, header and footer is used to contain and we used to insert additional information, like as you have you may have read the books that every book contain page numbers on, while also some documents contain dates or the name of author, while footnotes are also used to add extra explanation or anything like that. Text enter in the header or footer will appear or in and on each page of the document. So basically, where if we enter text in the header, it will be present in every page of this particular document. Or if we add some text in the footer of the document, then footer of the page, then it will appear on every page of the document unless and until we avoid it manually. to create a header or footer. So basically here we will discuss how we can create header or footer. So we want to display the name at top of each page, so we'll place it the header. So let's suppose there is a scenario where we are required, or we want to have the names on the header on the upper side in every page of our document. So basically we will place it in the header. So what we will do, we will double click on the top margin or bottom margin for your document. So basically if we want to insert some text in the header, so what we have to do, we have to double click after margin, directly after margin, double click on, in that header will opens up on. While if you want to insert in in the footer, then we have to click at the last of the page and the footer will open up. So basically here we are considering a scenario where we double click on here this let's suppose this is the page. Here we double click, so it will, a text will be open up, a box will open up. The header or footer will open and design tab will appear on the right side of the ribbon. So basically if we double click on it, so the header will be open up, or footer will open up, and with along with that a design tab, a contextual tab will open. Textual tab is open, as we have discussed in the previous lectures. The insertion point will appear in the header or footer. So here, as you can see here, I have given the screenshot. Let's suppose this is our document. We what we will do, we will directly double click right beside after margin. Here these are the margins, and here we double click on, so a new box will open up. Here is, you can see, double click anywhere in the margin and a box will open up. Open up. So here is, you can see that cursor, here is, you can see that a text will appear that this is the header, and here my cursor will blink, while as we have mentioned previously, the design tab will be open up. Basically design tab helps us to further customize our header. And similarly we can insert footer in the page. Type the desired information into header or footer. So basically when cursor is blinking, we can type anything according to our requirement. So here we will discuss here we enter the name of author. So as you can see that here we type William Fisher, and this here we entered the William Fisher, and it will appear on every page of the document. When you are finished, click the close header and footer. Alternatively, you can press escape key. So basically when we are finished, then in the design tab we have to click on this cross symbol, while it also show close header and footer, and there is explanation that what else you close the header and footer tools. You can also double click the document area to return to editing it, while if we click on the again on this, then we can edit it. So basically whenever we want to close this, we have to click on this cross step, or we simply have the we press the escape key in the keyboard. The header or footer text will appear, so the text will appear. So here, as you can see here, I have demonstrated that William Fisher is visible in the header, and it will be available to any number of pages in the document, present in the document. To insert a preset header or footer, So basically in the previous slides, we have the entered the name of author, while there are also header and footer present already, which are mostly commonly used. So Word has a variety of preset headers and footers which we can use to enhance our document design and layout. So here there is different types of header and footer available in our page. So here we are giving a scenario. So first what we will do, we will go to insert lab and then go to header and footer command. In our example, we will click on header. As you can see that we will go to insert tab, and in insert tab we will go to header. So here in header will appear up, and we can type anything we want. Or if in case of preset, if we click on it, then another window open up, which is present in that in the menu that appears. Select the desired preset header or footer. So here we will select the. So here, as you can see that when I click on header, this built-in this preset header opens up. So here, as you can see that there is blank. So here this is called blank, and it will display the text on the left side of the page. Is shown that this is the page, while here blank three columns. Here text is shown on the left side, center and right. If we have requirement of this, then we can do that, or we can have this type of header and footer. Here we can also we choose more headers from office.com, or which we will discuss in the next slides, or remove header. The header and footer will appear. Preset header and footer contains placeholder for information such as title or date. They are known as content control fields. So basically, content control fields are those fields which we have already, like date, title. So here text will appear up, which will be automatically here is, you can say, date appear, or document title. So here the title of our document appear, and here date will appear, which is also called content control fields. To edit a content control field, click it and type the desired information. So here, as you can see that we have clicked on this title, and here when we click in this field and we edited it, like Andrew liked at the 7 review. When we are finished, as we previously discussed, that we click on close header and footer. We can also press escape key, as we have mentioned previously, and here, as you can see, the title will appear in our header. If you want to delete a content control field, then we will right click on it and select remove content controls from the menu that applies. As you can see here, we right click on it, and here remove content controls, and it will be removed from the header, as you can see from here. And there are other options available. So this is the design tab. So let's have our design tab, that what it contains. It contains header, footer, page number, which we will discuss in the later slides, date and time, because when we click on it, the date and time appear on the document, because sometimes we need documents to contain the date and time of its making. While here we can also include document info. Here are different quick parts, or we may include pictures or online picture, or we may go to the different footers, because there may contain different footers, and here are different pages, different odd and even pages show document text, and here we have position of the header and footer. So basically we can play these we can apply these features to the header and footer. Editing headers and footers. After we close the header or footer, it will be still be visible, but it will be locked. So basically when we typed it and we move on to the page, it will be locked. So whenever we double click on header or footer, it will be unlocked and we can edit it or requirement. As you can see here, we have to simply double click in click on it, and as you can see the cursor will start blinking again, which means that we can type it in here. If we can delete it in here, and we can make changes anything according to our requirement. Design tab options. When our document header and footer are unlocked, the design tab appears on the right side of the ribbon, giving us variations. Hide the first page header and footer. For some document, we may not want the first page to show the header and footer, like if we have core page and we want to start a page numbering on the second page. As may have encountered in different instances that always any document contains a core page, and it doesn't start and doesn't have page numbering, and page numbering usually start from second page. So we must have include to exclude the first page. So if you want to hide the first page header and footer, we will do the checkbox on different first page as we have observed in the previous slides. Like here, as you can see the different first page. So here, as you can see that first page will not contain the header, while here you can see if we have a document where our requirement is that odd and even page contains different information, then we can do also we can check this this option, and here show document text, which means that the text is shown. Remove the header. If we want to remove all information contained in the header, then we will click on header command and select remove header from the menu that appears. As you can see that here we click on it and we can remove the header, and there is another option, edit header. We can also double click on it, or we can also click on it and our header cursor will appear on here. We can remove the header by going to header by clicking on header option and then remove header. Remove the footer. So if you also if you want to remove the information contained in the footer, we have to click on footer command and select remove from the menu. As you can see that we have to click on it, and that the footer will be removed. Additional options. With page number command and the commands available in the insert group, we can also add page number, date, time, pictures, and many more features into our header and footer. So here is you can see that we can insert page number by simply clicking on it. We can also add date and time. We can also add document information. We can also add quick parts. We can also add pictures. We can also add online pictures. To insert date or time in header and footer. Sometimes it's helpful to include date or time in header or footer. For example, we might want to show the date when the document is created. On the other hand, there may be the need may arise that we want to show date when it is printed, which we can do on by going to setting to update automatically. This is useful if you frequently update and print document, because we will always be able to tell which version is the most recent one. So we double click on header in footer and it will be automatically unlocked. In the place the insertion point where you want the date and appear. In our example, we will place insertion point on the line below author names. As we can see that we click on it in appear, cursor will blink, and here we place it here because we want to place data and time here. As you can see, place the insertion point where you want date or time to appear. The design tab will appear when we click on date and time command. As you can see that here, insert date and time quickly adds the current date or time. The date and time dialog box appear. We select the desired date or the time format because the check the box next to update automatically if you want to date to change every time you open the document. So basically there is also option available where we can check the option so that whenever we open the document the date is updated, or if we leave unchecked then it will contains the time of the document creation. We will click OK. So here is you can see that different formats are available to us, like here that this is the month, date, month, day and year. Here is the Monday, March 25 2013, and there are different available here. Here is the update automatically which we were discussing in previous slides. If we check on it, then whenever we open the document the date will be updated automatically, or if we uncheck it, then it will contain the date of the document creation. So the date will appear in header. So as you can see that in previously where we have placed a cursor, here we added the date and time, and we also selected the format, and this date appears on and the header of our document. So let's discuss page numbers. Adding page numbers. So words can automatically label each page with page number and place it in header, footer or side margin. So basically we can insert page number automatically inside our in a play page number in header or footer or side margin. So when we need to put some page differently, so basically if we want to have a different page numbers and different a different series of page numbers, then we can do it in MS Word. So here we will click on header and footer. To unlock the header and footer, double click on it. So basically it will opens up on the design tab will appear. So here is you can see that whenever we click on header, here we have clicked on footer on the last of the page. Here the footer opens up and the design tab appears on. So we will click on the page number command as we have seen previously. In this menu, hover our mouse current over the current position and select the design page numbering style. As you can see that here we click on the page numbers on. So here when we go to page number, there are different options available to us. You can see top of page, bottom of page, page margins, current position. Current position means that wherever our cursor is present are page margins, and the side of the pages, bottom of the page or top of the page, or we can also format page numbers, or we can also remove the page numbers. Page numbering will appear like this when we click on page number in the current position. As I have shown on in the previous slide, that wherever our cursor was blinking, here the page number 1 is added appeared. And the next page will contain page number 2. To edit font or font size alignment of a page number, we can select we can go to home tab where and we can format it according to our requirement. So when we are finished, we can when we press enter, the page number will be formatted according to our wishes. As you can see here, as you can see, this is the italic style, because we have pressed the control plus I or italic command. We can also add numbers to header and footer by clicking the page number command and selecting the top or bottom of page without going to header and footer. We have existing header and footer, it will be removed and replaced with page numbers. As you can see, these options that when we don't have to go to the footer or upper or header, as top of the page is the header, while the bottom of the page is footer. While we can also insert it in page margins, our current position as we have demonstrated earlier, or we can format page numbers, which we will discuss later on, or we can add remove page numbers. How to restart page numbering? Words allows us to restart page numbering on every page of our document. We can do this by inserting a section break and then selecting a number we want to restart the numbering with. In our example, we will restart the page numbering from our document's works cited section. We will place the insertion point at the top of the page where we want to insert page numbering. If text is there on the page, so we will place from the above the text of our page. As you can see that here we have this is place the insertion point at the top of the page. So we will go to page layout tab and then click break commands, which we will go on to next page from the drop down menus. So a section break will be added to our document. Then we click on header and double click on header and footer. As you can see here that let's suppose we there up to there, this is the page number 27. We have already added page numbering, so we will click wherever we want to restart our numbering. We will click on it and it will be selected. So click page number command in the menu appears. When we click on page number command, is we page format appears as we were discussing. We will click on page format page numbers. A dialog box will appear. Click start at bottom. By default it will start at 1. If you want to, you can change the number. Click OK. As you can see that when we click on format page number, here are different options that here the number formats. Basically here it contains 1, 2 or letter 1, 2 or different option will be available to us. Here we have that continue from the previous sections. So basically it will be continuation of previous page numbers, while here start at start at 1. Here the page numbering will start from 1, and here we will click on OK. Here we can also include page chapter numbers. Also we can also include deep chapter numbers. The page number will be restarted. As you can see that this page number 27 is replaced with page number 1, and that in the subsequent pages will contain 2, 3, 4, while the previous page numbers will be discontinued. So let's discuss objects. Insert object is used to insert any type of content we wish to document. The type of the object that can be inserted vary according to program we have installed on our computer that support embedded objects. Inserted objects can either be new or they can be files already existing on our computer. Depending of the version of Word, there are variety of objects available to us like PDF files, Excel chart, worksheet, PowerPoint presentation into Word document, or email messages by linking or embedding them. Basically, objects is the command available inside the text group. So basically, as the name suggests, that this is objects are the different files which we can embed in our Word document from the other version of the documents, like PDF. If we have PDF files or Excel charts or worksheets or PowerPoint presentation, we can import it to our Word document by objects feature. So how we will insert? To insert an object, we will click on the objects. When we click on objects option, two option appears up, like text from a file and objects. Text from file is selected to insert text from already present file. So basically, text from files is basically we only extract text on. While object X, when we select the object, a dialog box opens up, and that which further give us option of what type of file we want to embed in our document, MS Word document. So here, insert a new object. So to create to insert a new object, we will go to create insert option in Word or email messages. Then we will click on object dialog box. Object dialog box will appear. Here we'll click on create new tab, and then select from object type list. So here, as you can see, we will go inside the text group. We will go to object, and two options appear. Objects, his their explanation is given. Object in embedded objects such as another Word document or Excel chart. In here, text from the file, where we can import the text from the file. As you can see, when we click on the object, this type of window pops up. And here, when we click on the browser, different another dialog box open up. So here is, you can see that this create new open up, and here Adobe Acrobat document, Adobe Acrobat PDF, XML document, bitmap image, Microsoft equation, Microsoft Excel 97-2003 worksheet. So basically different types of files is displayed. So basically we can click on any of insert a new Adobe Acrobat object into your document, and it can be also displayed as an icon, and we will click on OK. The default program for that file type opens up, where we can enter data or text. When we close program, the edit content or changes appear in our document or email messages. If you want to new file to appear, is clickable icon, is I have shown you previously. Then the first page of our new file, selected display icon will be displayed. It will be displayed as icon. This checkbox is selected. We can choose a different icon by clicking change icon. To link embed in object that's already been created. To in object dialog box, select the create file tab, then click browse and find the file you want to insert on. As we can see, if we want creation from the file, then we will go to create from file. Then, as you can see, there is a insert the contents of the file into your document, so that you can edit it later using the application which created the source file. So basically we can create a new file, so that we can edit it by using the source file. And here is the link to file or display is icon. To link a source file rather than embedding it into our document or email message, we will select link to file. If we want to insert a file to appear as clickable icon rather than the first page of file, select displays icon. If this checkbox is selected, we can choose different icon by clicking the change icon. Embedded objects versus linked objects. So we will discuss what is the difference between embedded objects versus linked objects. Embedded objects become the parts of the Word file or email message, and after they are inserted, they are no longer connected or related to the source file. It is independent. If we delete the source file, it will not affect the object which we have embedded into our document. While linked objects can be updated if the source file is modified. Linked data is stored in the source file. The word file or email message, the destination file store only the location of source file. It displays a representation of linked data. Use linked object if file size is in consideration. These are the references from where I have prepared my lecture. If you have any question regarding today's lecture, please feel free to contact me. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.